When you think of a driving accident, what sort of scenario comes to your mind? For some people, this could be a reckless teenager who just got their license, or for others, a drunk driver, or someone speeding and got out of control. These are all common causes of car crashes. Just last year, in the US alone, there were 16 million car accidents, and in those, 37,000 people were killed. However, human life isn't the only thing lost in car accidents. We also lose money. According to the CDC, Center for Disease Control, on average, there are $99 billion lost in car accidents every year due to pay for injuries and such. Now, looking at this information, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that car accidents are something nobody wants. I mean, they're costly, they're fatal, and cause injuries. Well, that's why, so we should do everything we can to prevent them, right?
Yes.
Well, that's why our government is passing laws against things like drink driving or texting while driving. But if we want to cut down on another driving cause of car accidents, we should focus on another cause: elderly driving. Alright.
Me in 20 years.
I'm not trying to say I'm against elderly people or anything. We should respect our elders, like, Gandalf and Yoda. We're concerned about their decline in driving ability. In the case of my family, my great-grandma stopped driving when she was 80, and my great-grandpa stopped driving after he developed dementia. This is the case with many people who stop driving at a certain age because they can tell that they're losing their health and youth. One day, my great-grandma, Evelyn, was coming to Charlotte to visit us. And while she was here, she was in Cracker Barrel in the parking lot. And then she pulled out and got in a car accident because she didn't see someone else who had the right of way. This was, after this, she decided to stop driving long distances and such, and only went a little bit at a time, and eventually stopped driving completely. This is probably for the better, because otherwise she could have gotten much more car crashes. For many aged people, this is the case, where they come to a point of realization where they're no longer the safe driver they once were. They begin to rely on others to carry out tasks that they can't complete in their old age, after they develop health problems. For instance, they'll get help from their family or move into a retirement home. And the latter of which my great-grandparents did last summer, where they moved into the Laurels in Highland Creek, and now we're only 5 minutes away, as opposed to all the way in Florida. However, some people don't accept help from others and continue to do things they once did as they were young, even though they develop their health is declining. For example, a 65-year-old man with back problems shouldn't be doing lawn work like he used to when he was 40. That's like trying to drive a 50-year-old beat-up car. It just doesn't work like it used to. Except in this case, it's the driver that doesn't work like it used to.
Oh my God.
Elderly drivers are shown to be very susceptible to car crashes. Drivers ages 65 and up made up 70% of traffic fatalities in 2012. This is a very large amount because people 65 and up only make up 9% of the population. The number of overage unsafe drivers is expected to rise as people grow old and continue these habits. But overage drivers aren't only putting themselves in danger. For example, take the story of 30-year-old Jody Gerby, who was 8 months pregnant and had a fiance. Outside of a Friday pharmacy, she was leaning against the wall when an old man with Alzheimer's disease was believed to have accidentally hit the gas on his car and killed her against that wall. However, the baby was saved. But you see, these elders that are driving unsafely are putting themselves and others in danger. So we need to think of a solution to this problem. problem? Well, right now, in North Carolina, everyone is required to renew their license every 8 years. However, they're only required to retake the vision and knowledge portions of the driving test. But I believe that in order to fully show they're able to drive, they should have to retake the driving test as well, and more frequently as they get older. But one thing is for sure, whatever we do, it is important we find a solution to this problem so we can keep our elders and us safe.